Hi, and welcome to episode number 16 of Ask Ian. My name is Ian Westerman. I'm the head pro at EssentialTennis.com, where it's my mission to bring passionate instruction to passionate players all over the world, just like you. And today we've got a great question having to do with doubles from Bob. Bob wrote in and said, Ian, why do I never see players on recreational and club doubles teams making the least effort to work together? Aren't you supposed to be a team? They totally ignore each other and act as though they were playing singles, each on his or her own little world. Or they communicate only to nag at each other's mistakes or give free coaching. How does that make for winning play? Well, Bob, it doesn't. And I'm completely on the same page with you. I've watched a lot of club and recreational level doubles over the years, and it's always shocked and surprised me how little actual teamwork that I see. And in my opinion, when it comes to doubles for just about any level of tennis player, this is one of the biggest things that if most players change this, it would make the most immediate, fastest, biggest difference in their level of play with any partner that they play with, not even just somebody that they play with on a regular basis. So 4 things I'd like to address here having to do with that. Bob, first of all, when your partner lets your team down, they feel badly enough on their own. Trust me. And this is not just for Bob, but this is just in response to Bob's question. When your partner messes up, they don't need to hear from you that they messed up in order to realize it, okay? They know they messed up. And trust me, there's nothing worse in sports than letting down the team. And tennis is unique in that in singles that you're completely on your own. There's nobody to blame but yourself. But in doubles, a lot of players have a lot of anxiety over doubles because they hate the idea of letting down their partner and missing that easy shot on match points or set point or whatever, and their partner going, oh, not again, or slumping the head, slumping the shoulders. Maybe they don't even say anything, but their body language is totally negative. And so that really just adds so much pressure and so much anxiety to the situation that does not need to be added. It's already there, trust me. Now, I would guess that most of the people tuning in today probably don't need to hear this, but please take this to heart. I mean, there should not be any hint of negativity coming from you when your partner screws up. Okay, that's number 1. There's just zero room for negative reactions, whether it be the obvious ones or even the little, body language, slumping the head. They feel badly enough, trust me. Okay, number 2, there's no excuse for not having a plan, period. You should either be talking between points, meeting up, discussing, all right, I'm going to aim here, I'm going to poach, I'm going to fake, I'm going to stay, whatever it happens to be. You should have some kind of game plan, some kind of moment in time where you're transferring ideas, transferring thoughts. It may be, I think they looked really uncomfortable with the backhand last time. Why don't you just try to get it over there? It doesn't have to be an elaborate plan. In fact, it should be very, very simple. It should be dead simple, nothing elaborate. But there should be something in between each point. Even if you're just on a roll and you're just going with what's working, there's no need to change anything up. Even if that's the case, you should be getting together and just slapping hands or bumping fists or whatever and just saying, all right, come on, let's go. Like, just a little exchange like that between every point makes a huge difference. And if you're not a person who likes to talk, then use signals or do both. When you watch doubles on TV, typically you'll see them do both. Not always, but a lot of times you will. You'll see them talk between points. The net player will go up to their net position when their team is serving, and they'll still give a signal just to make sure that they're on the same page. They're making doubly sure that there is a plan and that both players are on the same page. Now contrast that with your average tennis player, when you go watch at your local club or your local park, and there's no communication at all. I mean, literally, it's just, there's a missed shot, net player just walks over to the other side, server walks over to the other side, and it's point after point after point after point. There's no conversation, there's no dialogue, there's no plan, and you're just really just winging it out there, and that is not good enough. I could talk a long time about that. Number 3, support your partner unconditionally with positive language. I was just earlier today, I was watching some of the US Open doubles, and you will see this across the board from doubles teams. No matter what happens each and every point, you will see positive body language. Not only are they not doing the drooping head and slouching the shoulders or like arms up in the air, but it's the opposite. Even after, or really especially after, a terrible mistake. There'll be a double fault or a missed easy overhead, and the partner will hop up on their toes, jog over to the other player. They don't walk slowly. They jog over and slap their hand and say, all right, it's okay, next point, don't worry about it. And there's just that unconditional sense of support. You should be that player for your partner, no matter what. And lastly, my last tip here is be a psychologist or psychiatrist. I'm not sure which one, actually. You tell me which you think is the better fit, psychologist or psychiatrist. You need to kind of get in the head of your partner a little bit and decide what their personality is like. Some partners will love interaction, and they want to slap hands. They're very verbal. They love a lot of back and forth. Other players kind of are going to want to be in their own little world. That doesn't mean that you should not support them. It does not mean that you should not show positive reactions and show support. You just need to do it in a little bit different way. Some partners will love to joke around, make light of things. They'll dump a sitter volley in the net. They'll turn around and make a joke about it, and you joke back, and that's a great way to just relieve the tension and just move on and forget about it. Other players you don't want to joke with, and you'll hopefully figure it out quickly. And if you don't, bottom line is you don't want to be that guy or that gal who's completely insensitive, completely unaware of the emotional state that their partner is in, and continue to just kind of blab and talk and joke, give advice as Bob was talking about. Don't be that player. You want to be emotionally sensitive, and you want to be empathetic towards your partner and how their brain works. There's a lot of different personality types out there. You want to do your best to support your individual partner's personality type and how they like to interact and work together as a team. So let me know what you think. Is that psychiatrist or psychologist? Send me a note and let me know what you think. So Bob, hopefully that little rundown was helpful. Those are my top tips or pieces of feedback on that situation. There's no excuse for not working on these things if you play a lot of doubles, and I promise you it will make a big difference in your relationships with your partners and therefore your results on the court. So Bob, thank you so much for your great question. If you're watching today and you have a question that you'd like me to answer in a future episode of Ask Ian, leave that down below in the comments. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, please do me a favor and click like, and also subscribe to my channel here on YouTube, the Essential Tennis YouTube channel. And if you have any general comments or questions, leave those down below as well. With that, thank you so much for your time and your attention today. I really appreciate it. Take care and good luck with your tennis.